Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Lighthouse 1 p.m. event. Thank you for being here today on this beautiful rainy day. Hopefully, I don't lose power. If you were here Monday, you know that halfway through, my whole house went dark. So keep your fingers crossed that that won't happen for today. If it does, Terry, you're up. No, we'll figure it out. We problem solve as we go. Thank you for being here, everyone. We have 17 people on the call. I do want to share before we start talking about meditation that we have wonderful events coming up tomorrow or today. Immediately after this, we do have our support group. And in our support group, I know that our instructor Pam is going to be talking about encouragement. So I think that's a big part here of our adjustment to vision loss. So please stay on, and maybe we'll learn something new today. Monday, we are talking about home repairs. And then we have the rest of the week we have to figure out, but Thursday is definitely going to be a topic in mobility with Miss Latricia, and Friday will continue to be a stress management and support group day. So thank you for being here. Let's dive on in. I'm going to unmute everybody because I want you to participate if you feel comfortable. Again, if it seems like there's a lot of noise coming from your end, I will go ahead and mute you. Oh,
no.
Hand up, 0738. Did you want to?
I hit the wrong button again, guys. Don't mind me. Sorry.
Sorry. So today we're talking about meditation. And before we start, I wanted to find out who among us meditates already.
This is Michael. I have.
All right, Michael. If you want to participate, just say your name first. That helps.
Right. Okay, Michael. I have.
Wonderful. How did you get started in meditating?
Oh, let's see. Some friends suggested it, and I listen to podcasts occasionally, and so I kind of dabble in meditation. It's hard to really have a consistent input, but I've done it over the years.
All right. Someone else had chimed in. Who's that? Someone else had tried to say that they meditated. Who was that person?
I have, Maddie.
Oh, hey, Juanita. Tell me about how you started meditating.
Oh, I was in Daytona at the school for the blind, and they had us meditating and dabbling and stuff like that. So it was kind of interesting, doing that. And I loved it.
All right, wonderful.
I enjoyed that.
Well, before we dive into more meditation topics, I'd be curious how everyone's stress levels are today. So I'm going to ask you to participate if you feel comfortable. On stress levels 1 through 5, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest, where are your stress levels at today?
Mine's at I want to say like a 6 right now.
A 6?
6 or 7, but I've been stressed out all week with therapy and stuff. So
okay.
It's
all right. Well, good. 6 is high, Juanita, right? That's super high because we only went up to 5.
Yeah, so therapy has really, my therapy, it's really helping me with that. Cause I get to get out the house more with that. So
good.
That's why I said a 6.
Anyone want to share? Anyone else want to share their stress levels? 1 being the lowest. That's what we want, right? 1. 5 being the highest.
This is Sandy.
Hey, Sandy.
Maddie, Sandy. My level's probably a 2 right now.
Hey, nice. Mine's
Hi.
probably somewhere around a 2 or a 3. Just it's Friday. I have something to look forward to. Anyone else want to share?
Mine's about it too. This
All
is good.
right. Well, good. All right, so let's dive into meditation. I know there's a handful of us who have already participated in meditation in one way or another, but there's probably a lot of us on here who haven't. And I'm actually coming from that have not area. I really started doing short bursts of meditation last year, and I actually used it as a coping mechanism. I've mentioned it before, and I'll say it again. I have anxiety, and meditating helps me. It like pulls me all together. It's a sensation. I can't describe it more than that. So today we're going to talk about what it is, who should do it, how to do it, and then we're going to do it together.
Okay.
Sound like fun?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, let's talk about what meditation is. Any ideas?
I don't.
No,
Meditation is like showing like you're just trying to stay like calm, like be calm and like stress free, right?
Yeah.
Kinda.
It can be a moment of calm. Good. Anyone else? Ooh.
This is Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Hey, I think it's like taking a little time out to be mindful and kind of focus inward versus everything that's going on around you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. One of the bigger words in meditation is mindfulness. So, keeping your focus in the present or on a specific object, thought, or activity. So if you think about our lives right now, mindfulness can be difficult, right? Who here is multitasking right now as we speak?
I am.
Yes.
Patty is. We know Patty is because she's doing her quilting.
Well, I'm also writing notes.
Well, there you go. That's
I
multitasking.
write notes and I quilt and I listen.
Mhm.
So I have 3 things going on.
Anyone else
No.
multitasking?
Maddie, I don't know if you can hear me. Am I unmuted?
I can hear you. Who's that?
Barbara?
Hey, Barbara.
Hey, I didn't know if you could hear me or not.
Oh, okay.
So, I had put the phone down, tried to put it on speakerphone, and I couldn't get it to happen. So
I understand.
I'm multitasking because I'm eating a light lunch because I've had a very lazy morning, and my stress level is probably at 1 because I made a point of just having a pajama day today.
Hey, nice. Sometimes I like these rainy days because they do help me. It's like you can't even fill your time with gardening. You just need to do nothing. So I'm with you on that, a pajama day. You guys
And this is
don't know
Sue.
what pants I'm wearing. You only know that I'm wearing a shirt and a jacket. Wearing my
Oh,
All right, so yeah.
Your class.
So meditation is the practice where an individual uses a technique such as mindfulness or focusing the mind on a particular object, thought, or activity. And it's to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. I'll say it again. Mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. Anyone feel like they're presently in a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state?
I do sometimes.
Oh, Juanita, she's a show off today. Well, we're all here because I think we're all aiming towards that, right? We are here at a stress management because we would like to be a little more calm, feel more stable, and have that mental clarity. So, let's see. So I know that there were a handful of you who said that you have already meditated. I do want to share that I started meditating using my Alexa. from here on out, I'll call her she who must not be named. That's what we call her in my household. But, oh, she tried to talk to me again. But use her because you can actually use her, and she sets a timer for 10 minutes. So I can say, Alexa, I want to meditate for 5 minutes. And she'll set up some nice little ambient noise. Other times, it sounds like, Juanita, you were in sort of a guided practice at the school in Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael,
Yeah, we did like this. We did like this. We had this nurse. It's like yeah, we did like yoga and stuff like that. We did like yoga, and that was pretty fun. That was like our stress day. Like we did like every other day. So we had like a yoga day. So that was pretty nice with her.
but you had an
nurse, so
instructor is what I was aiming at, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And Michael, you kind of did that independently online, right?
Yes, but I also listen to podcasts and other verbal, other audio prompting in terms of the meditation.
I think that is probably a key part of this meditation thing, is that a lot of it is audio, because in most of the meditation, kind of guided meditations available on YouTube or podcasts, or I think you probably can get CDs and DVDs. They do request you to close your eyes. And so I think it's kind of a really nice way for us to tune into that. These are already aimed towards it being an audio activity, right? Or audible activity, I suppose. So I wanted to point out that there's lots of ways to get started and to do these, to do meditation. Do you have to have a guided? No. Can you sit and listen to your favorite music and feel calm, in your living room? Yes. Can you go to a yoga studio and be among others and meditate? Fabulous, wonderful, sure. I know that if you live near the water, there's often places on the beach that offer free yoga and meditation on certain days. So you might want to tune into your own community. But I know that starting something new can be difficult. So I wanted to talk about how to get started on meditation. So, kind of the beginners. To get started on meditation, there's, let's see, sorry. Oh, I had a nice little list. Here we go. You just need a comfortable place to sit without distractions for 15 minutes. Can anyone think of a place in their house where they can sit without distractions for 15 minutes?
Your bedroom.
The bedroom, sure. I have a back patio that I think would be nice. There's birds and things, but I think it could still provide me an area without distractions. The second part of this is to sit comfortably with your back upright. Remember that this week we've been kind of focusing on balance and posture and all of that. So this is a good place to include that. So sitting comfortably with your back upright, but without back support. So they don't want you slumped in a chair. They want you engaging your whole trunk. The next part is to close your eyes and focus within. What does that mean? Well, close your eyes, we know, right?
Yeah.
Focus within. To me, that means, you need to remove distractions, right? So no cell phones, no nothing like that. You're closing your eyes and you're just focusing maybe on how your body is feeling at that moment. You can focus your attention on breath. I know a lot of times when you do the guided meditations or yoga, they will tell you, focus on your breath, inhale and exhale. They'll start to have you focus on those things. Watching the movement in and out of your breaths. Sometimes people will have you repeat affirmations. What's an affirmation? Anyone?
Say it again.
An affirmation. An affirmation is simply a kind or positive statement about yourself and your life.
Yeah. So say like, I love myself, like something like that.
Yep, that's exactly right. You're exactly right. And then focusing on your heartbeat. I like to do that one because I feel like once I get to a point where I'm not distracted and I'm listening to my breath, then I can really feel my heart beating. You can focus on that heartbeat. But as long as you're sort of sitting comfortably and you're not just slumped in a chair and you can close your eyes and not be distracted, then you're probably in a good place to start meditating. There are some tips for beginners, which is number one, to meditate more regularly, meaning daily. Anyone want to commit to meditating daily? I'm seeing a lot of shrugs. Oh, who's that?
Sandy.
Hey, Sandy. Good for you.
Hey. Oh, I would love to do this often. This is going to be great.
Well, meditation, let's see. It does suggest that you meditate daily to practice, right? Because it's a commitment to focus on yourself and where you're at in space. It just says 15 minutes to start. Suggested just to start somewhere with 15 minutes. Although I'll say that when I meditate, I'm not sure I can focus for more than 5 or 10 minutes at a time. And maybe that says more about my attention. And then also focusing on things like balance and strength too. I think, we've talked a lot about that this week with our balance, fitness, and our posture exercises that we've learned. So focusing on those as you move through these meditations are good too. I would suggest if you are going to start meditating, maybe choose a time of day that works best within your schedule. For example, when I'm meditating, it's often first thing in the morning. Like I like to do it before I turn all the lights on in the house because I think there's something beauty about the morning, and it feels calmer to me before I've turned everything on, before I've looked at my cell phone, before I've checked my email.
You need to your class at 1 o'clock.
What'd you say?
I'll talk to my brother. I'll talk to my brother. Sorry, Maddie.
Oh, that's okay, Juanita. All right, so now we've talked about how to get started. Let's talk about why we should get started or the benefits to meditation. So we've already talked about how it, has that calming effect on us, right? But there's some surprising benefits to meditation, more psychological benefits. I'm curious what y'all think of it. So number one, it can improve your memory. Does that sound crazy?
I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah. And there's evidence to suggest that consistent meditation can lead to increased cortical thickness of the brain.
Just what I need, a thick brain.
8 weeks, those who've meditated measured for increased gray matter in the hippocampus. This is the part of the brain that plays a huge role in memory and learning.
Huh.
Meditation can slow down or even prevent some neurodegenerative diseases. Anyone know of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's?
What about muscular dystrophy?
Yeah.
I would think that would help with that then.
Over the course of mindfulness stress reduction study, participating Alzheimer's patients showed a slower progression after 8 weeks than patients who didn't participate. And this one might not surprise you. Meditation can reduce blood pressure. I already feel better. Just talking about meditation. 64% of patients who participated in this study spent 3 months meditating regularly, saw enough of a drop in their blood pressure levels to enable them to decrease prescribed medication.
Huh.
Also, meditation can be more effective than sleep. I don't know about that. I love my sleep.
Yeah.
I find I have to be careful not to fall asleep.
Oh, Pam.
I get so relaxed and I'm really trying to. And then next thing you know, it's an hour and a half later and I wake up.
Well, this study was after various increments of time, each student's focus was tested by asking them to press a button whenever a green light appeared on the screen. Surprisingly, the students who meditated outscored the sleepers by 10%. So, I don't know. I still need sleep.
I know my someone I was talking to at one time when I first lost my sight said that just tells you you're too busy. Your mind, you need time for your mind to gear down.
You're not wrong.
And you're not giving yourself enough time. Well, I'm sorry. I'm a poor example of it because I just never seem to be able to develop it.
Well, Pam, instead of taking a nap, you need to meditate. Meditation can be more effective painkiller than morphine. What?
And what?
Than morphine.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the study was meditation has the power to decrease the intensity of pain by 40%.
Wow.
Wow.
Meditation can make making decisions easier. I could see that. If you had a clearer mind, I think making decisions would be simpler, right? Found this to imply meditation can lead to improvements in the way the brain performs a series of tasks, including making decisions. Meditation is more important, consistent meditation is more important than lengthy meditation. I guess that's what we already talked about, though. Meditating every single day, even if it's for short periods of time. You don't have to sit once a week and meditate for 2 hours, right? A little bit every day builds a cushion against stress and keeps you from getting knocked off your perch. I love that. Knocked off your perch, like we're all little birds. The brain functions better with meditation. I think that makes sense. Meditation loosens neural pathways and decreases feelings of fear and anxiety. New neural pathways, including more positive, empathetic responses, begin to form. Man, this is crazy. Even heart health can improve through meditation.
That would probably goes along with the blood pressure thing, probably. Makes sense.
I would think so. 201 people with coronary heart disease were given the option of taking a class on transcendental meditation or health through improved diet and exercise. After 5 years, it was found that those who chose to pursue meditation had reduced their overall risk of stroke, heart attack, and death by 48%. That is insane. I'll have to look up what that study actually was, but it was in the 2012 edition of Circulation, Cardiovascular Quality and Outcomes.
That's pretty amazing.
At 48%, that's insane. Let's see. And then also this one I think is more common knowledge. Thousands of people have overcome addictions using mindful meditations. I think that one is pretty well known. Meditation reduces stress. That's why we're here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, if you were here for the taking care of pets, I mentioned that your brain releases a certain, what was it?
Serotonin.
Serotonin, and it reduces level of cortisol. the stress hormone. It's the same thing here with meditation. And then it can improve your attention span.
Maybe you can teach Frank to meditate.
Frank is basically a blob of white fur these days. He doesn't move too much. My dog is getting old. And lastly, meditating can increase kindness. How nice is that? One more for those in the back. It can keep us from aging.
Oh, yes.
All right. Lord.
You better work a little harder.
So it's all pretty interesting, I think. And I have a friend who owns a yoga studio here in Manatee, in Bradenton, and she has given me some recordings of her meditations. They are guided meditations. So
Neat.
I want you to get yourself in a comfortable position. My chair does have a back to it, but I'm just going to try to sit away from the back of the chair. And remember, we don't want to feel like we're slumped over, right? We want to feel like we're still sitting upright. We're sitting upright. We are still, engaging muscles. I think our core would probably be important to be engaging because that's going to support your spine. And we want to try not to be multitasking. I know when we started this, there were a lot of people who admitted to multitasking. So I want you to do your best to focus on what we are doing. And if everyone is all right with it, I think I would say that those who want to participate in this get the full experience so they're not distracted.
If I don't talk to you afterwards, please wake me.
Oh, Pam.
Me too.
I was never going to tell anyone. You outed yourself. All right.
Turn your ringer up.
We're going to get started. I'm going to mute everyone. You should just hear me. This is fun. I love trying new stuff with everybody. Oh, let me pull up that video. Oh, hold on. This always takes two. Gotta try again. There we go.
Hello, this is Erin from Thriving After Addiction, and I'm here to guide you through a meditation for unconditional love and healing. So take a comfortable seat, relax your shoulders, relax around your eyes, soften your jaw, and allow your eyes maybe to close at this point, like they're pieces of heavy silk. Allow yourself to breathe deep, as if you're breathing not just from your lungs, but your entire body. As you inhale, you expand your ribs, you expand the muscles around, you stretch even the skin. And as you exhale, you let go of any pent-up tension, any stress, you just let go. Allow your breath to enter you like a massage. Moving in waves through your entire torso, grounding yourself through your sit bones, or if you're lying on your back, drawing your shoulder blades down and maintaining a nice long spine. Breathe and notice your body. Acknowledge how it feels today. Maybe you're sluggish, maybe you're hyper, maybe you're anxious, maybe you're worried or scared. And whatever it is, it's okay. You're here with you now. I'm here with you. So we're going to breathe, drop in, and let go of anything keeping you from fully connecting to consciousness. Bring awareness to your heart. And see if, as you drop your awareness down from your head and into your body, you can start to feel your heartbeat. You can notice the rhythm. Maybe you can feel pulsing. Is pulse telling you that you're alive and well? And you can even direct that pulse down into your fingertips. So you see you have the power to direct the electromagnetic energy in your body. So acknowledging this power that you have inside of you, through stillness, through breath, through awareness, we travel inward. I want you to imagine witnessing yourself. Witnessing yourself from a time when you felt lost and alone. I want you to imagine that your presence is like a warm, comforting blanket over that image of yourself lost and scared. And imagine that you're absorbing that comfort through your pores. Your entire body feels a wave of warmth through it. You absorb it into your cells until you are that warmth. You are that compassion. You are that love. Keep witnessing yourself. And make sure that you're not in a rush to get out of this space with maybe some uncomfortable feelings. Just allow them to flow through you. Soften the outer edges. And when the mind wants to disconnect, drop back into the body, coming present, so you can use your body as a vessel to clear out any of these stuck emotions, any of these stuck energy patterns. I want you to imagine that you're lying in a river. You can look on either side and you can hear the water. You can feel it entering through the crown of your head. Like these little rivers are opening up in your entire body. And as you breathe, you take what you need, you give what you can. You let go without any drama, without any opinions or judgments, anything that feels heavy, anything that feels tight or clenching. And you allow space for that water to open up every energy pathway inside of you and clear it out. Wherever we have that stuck feeling, it's just a lack of space. So we create space, we allow it to open. We allow anything to flush out of us. Hello, energy patterns. wherever we have that stuck feeling. It's just a lack of space. So we create space, we allow it to open. We allow anything to flush out of us that does not serve anymore. So with this new spaciousness and energy flowing through you, I want you to imagine everything that you're grateful for. Allow it to come into you. Allow yourself to acknowledge everything in your life, everything about your body, everything about your mind, your experiences, your parents, loved ones, everything that you can bring into your mind to where you can feel that warmth of gratitude flush over you. Keep picking out everyone. You're redirecting your mind right now. You're allowing spaciousness and changing your vibration. The universe loves a grateful person. And with everything that you're grateful for, I want you to imagine this healing energy directed inside of you each time you give thanks for everything that you love, everything you're grateful for. Allow yourself to be filled up to the brim with everything that you have in your life. Notice your vibration change in your body. Notice how it might spread out into your arms, down into your fingertips, maybe down into your legs. And I want you to picture someone that really needs you, that really needs some help, needs to know that somebody's there and that somebody cares. Maybe it's somebody you're estranged from, or maybe it's a close friend or relative. And I want you to imagine a likeness of them. And imagine taking that likeness and pulling that likeness inside of you. So it's sitting right on top of the bowl of your pelvis. And I want you to picture someone that really needs you, that really needs some help, needs to know that somebody's there and that somebody cares. Maybe it's somebody you're estranged from, or maybe it's a close friend or relative. And I want you to imagine a likeness of them. And imagine taking that likeness and pulling that likeness inside of you. So it's sitting right on top of the bowl of your pelvis.
There we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you listen to that last part twice. It kept pausing and starting over, so I thought that I figured it had. Well, how is everybody feeling?
I'm not asleep, but
All
I'm relaxed.
right. Oh, here, I'll unmute everyone so you don't have to. Pam, good job. You didn't fall asleep.
And I'm very relaxed.
You feel very,
Me too.
Juanita
I feel relaxed.
feels very relaxed.
Yes.
I think there is somebody asleep though.
Who's that?
Her head's going up and down.
Oh, well. That's okay too. You know what? If you're relaxed enough that you feel like you want to drift to sleep, I'm fine with that. Everyone is unmuted, so if you want to share how you're feeling right now, you can.
Like a wet.
I feel happy. I feel like calm, relaxed, and like stressed. Like I love medicine. Like that really helped me. You know that. I really like that.
She's saying it really helps her and she feels nice and calm and relaxed.
Yeah, how are we going to get back to work?
Oh, don't break it up.
Hey, Maddie.
Who's there?
Hey, Maddie, it's Sandy.
Hey, Sandy, how are you feeling?
Absolutely wonderful, but what I had to do midway is go get my mat and lay on my yoga mat.
Oh,
I felt so
yes.
much better. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
there's no
yoga mat.
reason. There's no reason you have to sit on a chair. You can, you know.
Yeah, the more I thought about it, I said, wait a minute, I have done this before, and it was after every yoga session.
Yes.
That I used to do years ago. And then I realized, yes, I've done this. And I had to run and get my mat and say, oh, lay down, and it feels so much better. You could feel your whole body better. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was heavenly. Thank you so much.
At a lot of yoga sessions, I think the end they do, is it called vinyasana or what's the end called? Where you lay on
I can't remember.
I can't
But that's what we did.
Yeah, a lot of times there is a mindfulness session. When I was doing yoga previously, I used to go to like a yoga class twice a week. And I was so exhausted from the job that I had that every session when we got to the lay down on the mat part, I was out like a light immediately. So that was not good. I can't meditate and lay down at the same time, apparently. Good for you. You can do it. I could see this being very helpful before attempting to sleep, though. I don't know. Does anyone have trouble falling asleep?
Oh, yes. Very much.
I could see.
Oh, yeah.
I can't turn my mind off.
I do sometimes.
I could see this being beneficial for that, being very useful to help with getting to sleep.
Having her soothing voice certainly aided.
This is one of my friends I know from roller skating. Her name is Erin. And
She goes from meditation to rollerblading, huh?
She's roller skating. She owns, her yoga studio is called Thrive. And there's different kinds of websites that you can, post meditations on. But the one that she uses is called Insight Timer. And you can access lots of free meditations on Insight, INSIGHT, Timer, TIMER.com. Insight Timer. And it's actually an app. So if you're on a mobile device, it's also an app. And I haven't been able to open up the app yet. I downloaded it right before this session. But from the name, I'm thinking you can locate meditations based on how much time you have. Insight Timer. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
That would be ideal if you only had 5 minutes, But I like how it was kind of guided meditation. I feel like when I attempt to meditate on my own with just music, I kind of get lost or I don't stay focused. Anyone else feel that way?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you like the guided part of it?
Yes. I did.
I felt like it helped visualize things.
I found it really, I'm a skeptic. But
Yeah.
I found it really cool the way that if I was just listening to her, when she talked about feeling it in the end of your fingertips, I could,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and in your legs, and you consciously make your legs relax or whatever.
The brain
I have
is
to say,
amazing, isn't it?
yeah, it worked.
Did anyone hate it?
No.
No. Was 10 minutes a long time?
That was 10
No.
minutes.
That was 10 minutes. And actually, for some reason, I had a glitch on my end, so I had to, start it back. So we even overlapped a little bit for about 25 seconds. So it was 10 and a half minutes.
No, that didn't seem, no. I probably would start with maybe 5 minutes at first to get myself into the regulation of it and increase it maybe a little bit every day.
I felt like 5 minutes was not quite enough and 10 minutes was too much for me, for my attention.
I guess it depends on if, like you were saying, if you're using it to get to sleep, you might want one that's a little longer and then you just doze off. Or if you're starting the day, maybe just 5 or 6 minutes to get your thoughts clear.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's other types of technology that can help you along with this if this is something you want to pursue. For example, I have an Apple Watch, and I'm not wearing it, but I'm sure it's dead. But it's this little small, it fits like a watch on my wrist. It's telling me that it needs to be charged with it. But what it does is it has this breathing app built into it. So, however often I want it to tell me, it'll tell me to stop and do this breathing exercises. And what it does is it has this vibro sensation. It's like a vibration, but it's almost like an inhale and an exhale on my wrist. So there's all sorts of interesting little meditative, things that we can add into our life if we wish. Anyone have any good resources or places to start for others?
Not necessarily that answered that question, but I was just thinking then if people they find themselves naturally a worrier or naturally very hyper, maybe even 2 or 3 minutes. Before you go into a new job interview or before you go, just center yourself and that might work too.
Yeah. I mean, if you've been coming to these stress management sort of workshops, you've been exposed to many different types of stress management. And I like to think of them as tools in your toolbox. So you might be in a situation where one mechanism helps better than another. But I think meditation is supposed to be more of a practice than a coping mechanism. I mean, I think it lands in both, but I could be wrong. What do you guys think?
This is Michael. Sometimes I find meditation really helpful during all the dead time periods in my life. For instance, when I'm waiting for a doctor in the doctor's office and I'm in the reception room, even that meditation for 5 minutes is helpful.
The host has spotlighted your video for everyone.
Oh, sorry, I spotlighted your video.
You're right, Michael. That would help. And see now, Maddie, I'm one that thinks at the moment, not having done it very often, that the calming effect it had on me might help me through these traffic jams, or because I'm not a driver now. See, I have poor vision, so I don't drive. But through a traffic jam, through doctor's visits, like Michael said, and that might, I hadn't thought of that. That might be good too, Michael.
I like the phrase that the dead times. I mean, I guess when you're just waiting, your transit or whatever you might be waiting for. Yeah, you could, instead of floating around on your cell phone or talking on the phone, you could put this into practice. I think that's a painless way to include this in your life.
You know, I'm
Very good suggestion.
I'm a snowbird, so I'm in Wisconsin now. But when I was in Sarasota, the lights, the traffic lights in Florida last for a long time. So I don't know exactly why that is, but anyway, and obviously I don't drive anymore, but as a passenger, when we're stopping at a traffic light that goes on for, I think some lights go on for 2 minutes. And that's a time that I often meditate.
I think that's a great idea. Anyone who maybe is
Too.
transit, did someone else want to comment? So
I think that's a very good way to use that spare time you have. Very productive way.
Maybe the traffic lights in Florida are so long in order to encourage meditation.
I wish people would meditate. Maybe we wouldn't have so much road rage.
Maybe so.
Right. You know, remember the old thing Mama used to tell you when you'd say, "All right, before you speak, count to 10."
Oh,
You know,
yeah, right. If you feel any,
there's kind of that calming effect. Okay, now you can speak if you think you got your wits about you, you know, that kind of thing. I think it could be used for all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
we in one of the boards that I'm on the board for the roller derby team. They will often say, "Are you talking from your heart or your head?" That's kind of the same idea. Did you take a break or are you speaking in anger? Maybe we could use some meditation on the board. Well, thank you for coming today. I know many of you tried something new. Some of you maybe returned to an old passion or something that you've done before. But I want to thank you for your participation. It means a lot. We are going to continue to have stress management on Fridays, and I'm hoping it helps. Thanks a lot.